Hi everybody out there in YouTube world, this is your girl Mary, and today I'm here to tell you guys about what to expect at a Goodwill outlet store. So if you don't know what a Goodwill outlet store is, let me go ahead and explain it to you. Goodwill is a thrift store, and when Goodwill has items that do not sell, what they do is they pack it up, they send it to a clearance or an outlet store, and they give the public a last chance opportunity to kind of purchase the items before they ship it off to a different country. So the thing about it, the places are extremely different. When you go to a Goodwill, Goodwill has everything color coded, organized, men's over here, women's over here, kids, homeware, everything is really organized and kind of in its place, and it can be color coded and even, sectioned off by sizes sometimes, Well, Goodwill Outlet is completely different from that. All the shoes are in one bin. All the shirts are in shirts and jeans and shorts are in another bin. All the books, the kid books, the adult books are all in another bin. So everything is kind of like all thrown in together. So you kind of have to be a little prepared for that because you're going to be digging to kind of figure out what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. Now, Goodwill Outlet is extremely reasonable because they only charge you by the pound opposed to going to Goodwill and getting charged by the item. So, I just wanted to tell you guys a couple of things that you need to bring and to be prepared for. So let's go with prepared for. First thing first, if you have never been to a thrift store, in particularly a Goodwill thrift store, go there first. Because you will be shocked if you're somebody that goes to a Target, a Walmart, JCPenney's, Macy's. If you go to somewhere like that and then kind of jumping into a Goodwill outlet, you might be a little turned off. So just be forewarned about that. So familiarize yourself with Goodwill or a thrift store just in general before you go. So when you go to a Goodwill outlet, there are a couple of things that are essential that you need. Gloves, you're going to need a crossbody bag, you're going to need a reusable bag, hand sanitizer, or some type of hand wipes to kind of protect your hands. You're going to also want to keep your hair back and make sure whatever you wear, you're comfortable. Make sure it's something old, like a t-shirt and old jeans or something like that, something you really don't care too much about when you essentially go. These are just like the basic things when you go, because if you're digging, the stuff can be dirty, could be dusty. You probably don't want that on your hands. When you're digging in the bins, it's always best to kind of have your own shopping bag opposed to using the cart, because if you fill up real quickly, you ain't got nowhere to put it, so you got to fill up and go back. But if you see some more stuff that you couldn't really grab, then another person will be able to take it from you. So bring a reusable bag. The environment. I want to help you out. At least 75% of the people that go to a Goodwill outlet are resellers. That means they're going to resell on eBay, they're going to go on Vinted, they're going to go on they're going to the consignment store, or a lot of them actually have their own thrift stores. So it is a pretty competitive environment. Other people, this is how, they clothe their families. And other people send clothing, to, other countries for their families so that they can have clothes and stuff like that. And then you have people like me, they just like to get a good deal. So that's what you're kind of having. So it is an aggressive environment. So prepare yourself. I'll definitely have a couple of clips in so that you can kind of know what's going on. So here they are. So as you can see, a lot of people had bins, and you can see the aggressive nature of it. So if you're somebody that's like, hey Mary, I do want to do Goodwill Outlet, but I don't know if I can take somebody, budging me or snatching something out of my hand or whatever. That's fine. You can still go. Just when everybody is pretty much done or it's kind of died down, you can kind of pick over the leftovers. A lot of the time people will go through what they have, and then, you know, if they're over budget or they don't really want it, they'll put it back. And I have found a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of good stuff that people throw back in that I was able to kind of snatch up and get. So I recommend the shopping bag, is because not only can you, you know, kind of carry it with you, but you can kind of protect it, because, you know, because it's an aggressive environment, people want the best stuff. You know, some people will steal your stuff out of your cart. So be very mindful. This is also good to bring a buddy or a friend. Make it like a, I don't know, like a little girls' fun, you know, fun morning or fun afternoon type thing. So that way, you know, you can kind of protect what you get, you know. So I'm just going to tell you guys a couple of stories. My first experience from Goodwill Outlet was absolutely horrified. It was the messiest place ever. I felt like I was in a dumpster getting clothes. There were people that actually had face masks on there. I actually got bit by 2 ants. So that was a really bad experience, and I told myself I would never do it again. But I got some awesome stuff, some really, really good stuff. But I was just completely turned off about the whole thing. And then I found another one that was a little bit closer to my area, and they had great reviews, and I went there and I loved it. And that's the one I've been going to a lot, and I really enjoy it. Both places were, you know, had the same amount of aggression was at both places, because, you know, hey, people want the best stuff. So that's kind of what my first time experience was, and my second time. So if you're somebody that's like, well, you know, can I bring my kids? Go first by yourself, and then kind of make that parent preference type thing. You know, there were some people that had their children at the Goodwill Outlet that I went to that I would never bring my kids to. So the one I go to now is a lot cleaner, more organized. I mean, even though it's an aggressive type environment, you know, I'm okay with my kid. Nobody's going to mess with my kid or bother my kid or anything like that. But then again, while I'm there, I'm not trying to, you know, be the first one to kind of dig in the bin when I have my kid, because if somebody hits them, or it gets too aggressive, and then my kids, it's just a mess. So I'm usually the person that's kind of like picking off of everybody else when I have my kid with me. But when my kids are not with me, I'm right there with the ladies. But so that's pretty much, I think that's everything that I covered. You know, have fun, get some good things. Let me show you guys my little story about this. Now, this is not real. So the sound cut out, so I want to go ahead and explain to you why I purchased the Louis Vuitton bag. So it is a fake, but I wanted to kind of show it to you to kind of illustrate a story that actually happened at the Goodwill Outlet that I attend. So there was a lady, she actually purchased an authentic Louis Vuitton, I think it was the Damier Speedy. I'm not sure. I have a picture showing up here to kind of show you which one it was. But she didn't purchase it. But she had grabbed it, and she had put it in her cart. She was really excited about it, and she went ahead and went back to kind of go dig in and get some more stuff. Well, there was a lady that was eyeing the bag. So what she did is the lady went in and got the bag and went straight to the register and paid for it, and was walking towards the door, and the lady had noticed that she had took it out of her car and saw her. So she ran up to her and told her, hey, you stole it. That was mine. How could you take it out of my car? And the lady looked at her and said, it was mine. I always had it, and I paid for it. And she walked out. So that's why it's so important to bring yourself your own shopping bag, or even doing the buddy system. I noticed a lot of ladies lately, after this incident has happened, that they actually put sheets over their cart so you can't see what the person has, which is a good idea, I guess. So be prepared. It is an aggressive environment, and sad to say, there are some people that are willing to steal. So protect the things that you have by bringing that shopping bag. Also to note, I didn't say it in the video, but Goodwill, they give you a bag also, you know, while you're walking out of the store. But that shopping bag will just make it so much easier, because you can have it near you, beside you, and you can kind of have an eye on your stuff. So don't let this deter you. There are still some great finds. There was a purse that showed up that was in black. That was a Coach bag that I actually just purchased. So please check out that video. It's going to be coming up next. So until next time, you guys have a blessed day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Alrighty, bye.